episode 211 of...
Brutal Battle.
Yes, that is the man, the myth, the legend. Well, not really a myth. He's been on the podcast before. There's audio documented evidence that he exists.
There is. I wouldn't say legend either, but I mean, that's personal opinion right there, I guess.
Yes, but it is Kyle Norman.
Hi, everybody.
And what does having Kyle Norman on the podcast typically mean?
I think warm-up beers or some mystery beers or something.
And games.
Oh, that's right.
Games. And the
games.
Beer Me Bro game. Off the bat, just so people know, we do this every year. We're recording at the beach, at Rehoboth Beach at the moment. We're at an Airbnb, so if the acoustics sound a lot different than they typically do, that's because we're in an Airbnb. It's not our house, any of our houses. It's one we're just kind of renting for a few days. So, sorry about that if it doesn't sound normal, but we're going to do this.
It's all good, man.
So, as we like to do with the Beer Me Bros, we have a reward beer for if I get it right or if I get it wrong. Kyle will get his sip of the reward beer. We're going to forego the punishment beer.
Yeah. Because
we talked about it. We're older now. As you age, you don't want to deal with stuff you don't like as much.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that, as you pointed out,
it's less room for something good.
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to do some episodes in our recording session, so you don't want to get too full on garbage beer.
Yeah,
so
the less ABV is going to help too.
Yeah.
Especially in the later episodes.
If there are people out there listening who will miss the punishment beer so much, just send an email and you can have your voice heard and we'll make up for that somehow in future episodes. Yeah. But brutalbattlepodcast@gmail.com. I'm just going to read off real quick what we have as the reward beer. This is a beer I've never had before, so I hope it's good. It should be good.
If not, it'll be a punishment beer.
Yeah, basically. So this is part of the Hoarders Cuvée series from the brewery. Specifically, it's a sour, so it's from Brewery Thériault. I was able to get my hands on the 2016 edition of Hoarders Cuvée. This one in particular is a sour blonde ale aged in oak barrels with honey, blended with a wheat wine ale aged in bourbon barrels with coconut, hibiscus, rose hips, and white pepper. And the ABV being 12% for this.
Yeah.
So I'll just go ahead and crack it right now so we have it available.
There's a lot going on in that beer right there.
I know.
It's like a page and a half to read what all they put in it and what all they did to it.
So when I read what it is, I was like, I don't know about this. But when I know the brewery that did it, I was like, well, I mean, I feel like it's got to be good.
Yeah, I mean, the Brewery Thériault does some really great sours anyway. So I feel like if they're putting all that effort and work into it, it's probably going to be pretty good.
I have a hard time with this cap. Oh, there we go.
It's all good.
Well, the other thing is the fact that it's part of their Hoarders allocations. So the Hoarders Society being its top tier of societies, which is really, really hard to get into, and that's supposed to be their best beers. So it should be amazing.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Is it blended?
Yeah, I believe it's a blend of the that sour blonde in the oak barrels with honey, and then that wheat wine with all sorts of other stuff in bourbon barrels. Yeah. That's my impression of what it is. But we'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll taste it. And the first taste will go to you if I get the first category wrong, or me if I get it right.
We'll see.
And I will keep scoring. We're doing this over 2 episodes, so...
I've changed things up just a little bit for the Beer Me Bros.
Okay.
So the first 3 rounds are actually going to be brewery-specific rounds, okay?
Okay.
And then remember, there's always going to be 1 round where all the beers are true. They're all correct.
For each of the set of 9
correct
categories?
Yep.
Okay,
for 1-9, there's going to be 1 round that all of them are real.
Okay, got it.
And then for the second 9, 1 round where all of them are real.
So if I go through and guess that they're all real for every single one, I'll at least get 1 right.
At least get 1 right, yeah.
That's a strategy I might think about.
Yeah, but I think you're actually going to do fairly well with at least the first 2 out of 3, because round 1 is Aslan. So all the beers from on this round are from Aslan Brewery. Which
That's super familiar, though.
Yeah, well, I know, but round 2 is Pizza Boy and round 3 is Burley Oak.
Oh, okay.
So that's where I feel like you're going to do pretty well.
Yeah, maybe. But at the same time, when it comes to other breweries, I just feel like as time has gone on, as the years progress, I get worse and worse at this game because there are more and more breweries.
Yeah.
Therefore, more of the names are actually taken.
Yeah.
So it just becomes harder.
Yeah, it gets harder for both of us.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it gets really hard to come up with the fake names.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah,
right.
so that's all good.
Let's go
Just for everybody that doesn't know, 3 real names, 1 fake name. His job is to pick out the fake one. So, all right. So, like we said, round 1 is Aslan.
Play along at home.
Play along at home. It's pretty fun. So,
yeah.
All right. Round 1 is Aslan Brewery. So the first beer is Nend Suds. So it's kind of like send nudes. Only the first 2 letters are switched. Second one is Master of Karate. Third one is Friendship for Everyone. And the fourth one is Johann the Mango Thief.
Okay.
So for the middle 2, the Master of Karate and Friendship for Everyone, do you get the reference?
Yes.
Okay.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I wasn't sure if you would get that or not. I couldn't remember if you liked that show or not.
Love that show.
Okay.
Great show. So I know the Johann the Thief one is real.
Right.
I've seen that beer on Facebook before.
That's one of their most popular ones, I think.
What are the other 3? Well, I know the main 2. Just give me the first one again. Actually, go ahead and give me all of them, just in case listeners didn't remember them all.
Nend Suds, Master of Karate, and Friendship for Everyone. Those are the 3.
I'm going to say Friendship for Everyone is the fake.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That is true. You're right.
Oh, man.
No, you're right. You got it. Yeah,
Thank
Friendship
goodness,
for
man.
Everyone is the fake one.
Oh, my God.
That's why I said I think you're going to do fairly well with these first ones.
Well, I wasn't 100% on that.
Yeah.
So, well, then I get the honor of trying the first little bit of this Hoarder's Cuvée, which we need to make sure we don't drink all of.
Yeah.
So go light on it.
Oh, for sure we will. It's pretty big, so little sips.
Kind of smells wine-like to me.
Oh, yeah?
Which, I mean, it has wheat wine in it, blended with like a sour blonde. But it has like a bit of like a tartness with like a Sauvignon grape type smell.
Yeah. Say the color looks nice.
Yeah. You definitely get the booze from like the bourbon, but you get a lot of the woodiness from the oak as well.
Yeah.
Good sourness. A little bit of like a funkiness on the end. I'll tell you, I don't think I can smell anything like the hibiscus or the white pepper. Even the coconut, honestly.
Yeah.
It's mainly just like the sourness, lemony, the oak, wine-like, bourbon.
Yeah.
Which is giving it a little caramel.
Yeah.
It smells good.
Yeah. Some of that stuff, like the peppercorns, wouldn't really come through in a scent anyway, you wouldn't think.
Right.
I am surprised you don't get the hibiscus in the scent, though, because it's flowery. It should be kind of floral.
This is an interesting ride, okay. I will say, when I try it here.
Okay. I'd say because the face you made was pretty interesting.
The beer's confusing. Okay. So it starts out with like a lot of sour beers. It's like a sour kick in the beginning. And then it kind of goes down to like that honey that's in there. And then it comes back up with like the oak, the bourbon, a little bit of like a caramel. And I do feel like I taste that pepper on the finish. I do.
Well, it'd be a nice contrast in the beer if there's honey. That would bring out some sweetness. You would want to have something that would be a little more bitey to get it some balance. I don't get the coconut. I don't really feel like I can necessarily get hibiscus, although there is something in there that's coming off a little bit floral. Okay. So maybe that's what that is, or the rose hips possibly. I think the rose hips are probably more of a strong flavor than the hibiscus would be. But I guess it also depends on how much you use of each. Yeah, I say I'm familiar with the flowers, but I'm not familiar with how they would taste. This is a lot smoother than you would think, in my opinion. Doesn't pucker your cheeks?
Around the edges of my tongue, it just, I get that kind of like sour tingling there, but there's nothing in my jaw. Okay. Which that's for like the real sour stuff is when my jaw starts to kind of tingle. Yeah. I don't get that. Yeah. It's a lot smoother than I thought it would be, and I like it. It's good.
Yeah, that's good. I'm excited to see if I can't try it.
Well, if I have anything to say about it, you won't. Yeah, but we'll find out.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That's good. Next category.
All right, round 2 is Pizza Boy. So all these are from Pizza Boy. Okay. Pizza Boy has some pretty funny names.
They do.
So this one was pretty easy. Easy to find names for. Hard to come up with names, but easy to find names for. I think you're going to do on this because I'm pretty sure you've had at least probably 2 of these.
Okay. That gives me a 50% chance then.
Yeah. All right. So first one is called A Special Place in My Liver. Number 2 is called Golden Sour. which is both disgusting and funny at the same time. And descriptive, because it could be a golden ale.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Hater's Tears, and number 4 is Simcoe's Samurai. Okay,
I know the Hater's Tears is one. I know about that one.
Yeah, I think you've probably had that one.
I'm not 100% on the other ones, though.
Really? Okay.
Although I do believe the Samurai is probably a real one.
Okay.
Give me all of them again.
All right. A Special Place in My Liver, Golden Sour, Hater's Tears, and Simcoe Samurai.
I'm going to go with the first one being fake.
The Special Place in My Liver?
Yes.
You're right. You are 2 for 2. 2 for 2. This is like personal best for you.
Yeah, I know. Well, now you jinxed it, and it's just going to be downhill from here.
Yeah. Well, number 3 is Burley Oak. So,
okay. Well, maybe I'll have that. But I was between that and the Golden Sour.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh. That was a tough one for me.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I mean, Pizza Boy usually goes for it. So, like I said, sometimes their names are pretty out there, which is great.
A little splash of the 2016 Hoarders Cuvée that you have not tasted yet?
Yeah, I know. It's got some legs, too, sticking to the glass.
Yeah, it does. Well, 12%. I would assume it would.
It should.
Yeah, the smell just gets better, too.
I wouldn't know. I haven't had any yet.
It's actually, like, getting a little bit of, like, a vegetal note on the end, but not in a bad way.
Do you want me to give you some notes on this?
A lot of oak.
On this water?
On that water. How's that water taste on there?
Smells like nothing. Yep, pretty much nothing. So that's good. There's no chlorine in it.
I gotta say, man,
tastes like nothing.
Really impressed with how smooth that beer is.
That's good.
Real impressed.
And it's got a couple years age on it too, so it should have smoothed out a little bit.
All right.
So, all right, you ready for round 3?
I am ready.
All right, round 3 is Burley Oak. So again, at least one of these you have definitely had.
Okay.
So first one is Sorry Chickie. Number 2 is Waffle Stomper. Number 3 is Peaches and Dream. And number 4 is Wit It and Quit It.
Okay. So the first two I know are legitimate. The first one I've actually had. The second one I've not had, but I've seen canned in stores, actually.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. That was the one that I had never even heard of.
Give them all again.
Okay, so Sorry Chickie, Waffle Stomper, Peaches and Dream with the J, and then Wit It and Quit It.
I'm going to say the Peaches and Dream, because with their Dream series, they usually just say Dream, and then they say, like, what the fruit in it is.
Damn, you were 3 for 3.
All right.
Wow.
Well, once we move away from the brewery specific,
yeah,
it could very well be a different story here.
Yeah. I thought for sure that one would at least give you a little pause, because they do have a Dream series. So I was like, all right, so if I add peaches on it. But you went through it logically and just...
I did.
Got her, man. That was good.
That's my strategy this time around. The other thing to consider, though, is as I keep getting rewarded, my judgment will go down.
Yeah.
So therefore, it will be harder for me to get the right answer.
Yeah, that's good for me.
Because I have found when we do these, I get a little more impatient. As I have more alcohol, I get less analytical because of that. So I'm just like, I'll just pick this one.
Yeah. Well, see, I thought years ago you had told me you get better when you drink.
At video games.
Oh, video game. Okay, so it doesn't go across the spectrum.
I thought maybe it would, but it
doesn't.
No.
All right. Well, that's all right. All right. So round number 4 is entitled "Fruits of Our Labor."
Okay.
So they're all fruit themed beers.
Sounds good.
All right. Number 1 is Bumpin' Ugly Fruits. Number 2, Barrel Strawberry. 3 is A Hopwork Orange. And number 4 is The Pit and the Pendulum.
Oh, my God. So I know The Pit and Pendulum is one. I believe that was Omegon.
No, Sweetwater.
Sweetwater. Oh, that's right. It was Sweetwater. It was with peach.
There might have actually been a couple Pit and the Pendulum from different breweries.
Yeah.
But Sweetwater's the one that I picked.
Yeah, Sweetwater, theirs was with peaches, I think.
Yes.
It was like a Belgian ale with peaches or something.
Because
it was pretty solid.
Yep.
Give them to me again.
All right. Bumpin' Ugly Fruits, Barrel Strawberry, and A Hopwork Orange.
God, that Hopwork Orange one is so good.
It's pretty awesome.
So good. I want to say Bumpin' Ugly Fruits.
It's the fake one?
Is fake, yeah.
That is the fake one.
Oh,
you are 4 for 4, sir. Wow. I am going down on this one. I'm glad we didn't do the punishment beer this time.
Well, what I'm going to say is...
I would have been drinking a lot of...
If by the end of these 9 categories you have not had any of this, which is not likely, but I will make you drink some of this before the episode's over.
That sounds good.
I feel very terrible right now that I'm hoarding the Hoarder's Cuvée.
You should not feel terrible at all.
Oh, man.
In fact, you should be feeling better and better with every drink.
I mean, physically, but mentally, I don't feel as good.
It's all. I'm so proud of you that you're actually like kicking my butt on one of these, because normally I feel bad.
And I didn't even get all that much sleep last night.
Yeah,
maybe that's the key. I don't need much sleep.
Lack of sleep. All
right, let's go.
All right, round number 5 is multimedia-ish.
Okay,
because they're kind of multimedia related.
All right.
I mean, we have well, you'll see. Number 1 is Big Punisher. Number 2 is His Royal Dudeness. Number 3 is Willy Vanilli. And number 4 is Count Hopula. So we have a movie, we have a singer, we have a cereal.
Got it.
So that's why it's multimedia-ish.
Got it.
And I mean, big pun. Wasn't he a rapper or something?
Yes, he was. Yeah. He was also gigantic.
Yeah.
Aptly named.
Yeah.
Big pun. Yes.
Yeah. So
you should have seen him on a motorcycle.
Oh, really? Did he have a twin? That I saw in the Guinness Book of World Records at one time?
Oh, I don't know.
The 2 fat twins on the motorcycles? All right.
May have been. I don't know.
Yeah, that's going back.
Maybe it was Fat Joe, his partner, Fat Joe.
Yeah.
All right, give me these again.
All right, Big Punisher, His Royal Dudeness, Willy Vanilli, and Count Hopula. And while you're thinking of that, the last one, Barrel Strawberry, was from Burley Oak. A Hopwork Orange was Blue Mountain Brewery.
Oh, they're good.
The Pit and the Pendulum was Sweetwater.
Nice.
So I've actually had Barrel Strawberry. It's pretty good.
Tell me the second name of this current category again.
His Royal Dudeness. That's number 2. And that's a Big Lebowski reference.
Yeah.
Dude or Duder or El Duderino if you're not into the whole brevity thing.
Good reference there. I like that.
That's good.
I'm going to say that's the fake one.
His Royal Dudeness?
Yeah.
This was the round where all the beers were tried.
Oh! Because here's the thing, I thought that. That was my first inkling, and I was, oh man.
Should have went with it, man.
Yeah, that was my first inkling, but I'm like, I don't know, maybe not.
Yeah.
But now I know that's out of the way, so that's not. So for the rest of them, I actually have to pick one.
So that does help. All right, so I'm pretty excited.
There you go, man. Yeah. I'm going to give you not a super small pour like I've been giving myself.
Well, yeah, the first one, so I'm pretty excited for this, man.
What do you get out of it?
Okay, initial sniff is definitely that sour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's no getting around that.
Yeah.
It'll always just nail you.
Yeah, well, anytime it's a sour, that's kind of the predominant smell. I mean, I guess I do maybe get something a little floral or a little vegetal or something about it. Maybe a little bit of the vanilla.
I feel like as it's been sitting open, its aromas are opening up a little bit more. Also, it's warming up. It's not nearly as cold as it was.
A little bit of a vinegar smell, but that's that's typical of a lot of those. Let's taste it. See how it is. Yeah, you get more of the barrel on the flavor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of that oak, right? There's a lot of wood in there. So woody.
I mean, who doesn't love wood in their beer?
Yeah, exactly. I do.
Didn't I have a name at one point in time? Oh, no, it was Beer Fest, where he said he wanted to stick his dick in the beer. Different kind of wood, but still.
Yeah.
But you definitely get the wood on the flavor. You get that, like you say, that sourness. It's not crazy sour like I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, the smell would indicate to you that there'd be a lot more sourness coming through in the flavor, but it's not. It's pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Which is where the whole blending thing is so amazing.
Yeah, on the finish you do get, I don't know if I would pick it out. I would never pick it out as peppercorn. Mm-hmm. But you do get something that is a little bit bitey.
Yeah.
Is a little bit bitter almost. Mm-hmm. So it does balance it out pretty well because you do get some of the sweet, you do get some of the sour, you do get some of the bitter. So you're right. It's that layer effect of the beer. So that is a really nice beer.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I still don't think I can perceive any of the coconut and hibiscus necessarily, but Other than that, I feel like I can taste all the other components.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a coconut fan, so I'm kind of sensitive to it.
Happy that you're not getting it.
Yeah, so I don't get it, so I don't get a whole lot of it, so it's
good.
It's good for me.
So that'll do for a reward beer?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll be fine.
That's nice. All right. 6?
Round number 6 is entitled Poppin' Cherries.
Nice.
Oh, sorry. So Big Punisher was from Jailbreak. His Royal Dudeness was Full Pint. Willy Vanilli was Alpine, and Count Hopula was Deer Creek.
Got it.
All right, so round 6, Poppin' Cherries. So a cherry-themed round. All right, number 1 is Rude Crew Creek Ass. Number 2 is Creaky Floors. Number 3 is Dawson's Creek. And number 4 is Pumped Up Creeks. So a little bit of multimedia in there as well.
Yeah.
There's a song.
I got the music reference. The movie,
Dawson's Creek.
The show / movie.
Yeah. So Rude Crew Creek Ass, Creaky Floors, Dawson's Creek, and Pumped Up Creeks. And again, some of these rounds I made like a year ago.
Yeah.
So if they, at the time I looked them up, they were fake.
Mm-hmm.
But as of now, who knows?
I'm going to say Creaky Floors is the fake one.
Creaky Floors is real.
Yeah. This is where it all falls apart.
Yeah. The downhill slide starts.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so Rude Crew Creek Ass was the brew kettle. Creaky Floors was actually a little brewery near Pittsburgh called Stone Church Pizza House and Brew Pub. Pretty good. The pizza's pretty good. Beers were pretty good. Number 3 was Dawson's Creek, and that was Sawdust City. So the fake one was Pumped Up Creeks.
All right.
Yep.
Let me give you a little pour here.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy it again.
Appreciate that. All right.
There you are.
While I'm sipping on that, I will go ahead and start reading round 7 to you.
Sounds good.
Round 7 is oats. So it's all oat themed. All right. Ready for this?
I'm ready.
Number 1, The Men Who Stare at Oats, which I thought was kind of funny because the movie was a little strange, but kind of funny.
The Men Who Stare at Goats.
Yeah. I liked it.
George Clooney in that one?
Yes, it's George Clooney. Yeah. Based on a real story, I guess?
I guess. I didn't really look. I haven't seen the movie. I haven't looked into the background on it or anything.
Yeah. They said it was. I think they said it was based on a true story because the military was looking at like mind control or something like that at one time.
Sure.
I don't know. Either way, The Men Who Stare at Oats. Number 2 is Oat Snap. Number 3 is Oat No You Didn't. And number 4 is Oats McGoat's Oatmeal Stout. So you can ruminate on those for a little bit. Look at that ag word there. Ruminate.
Okay, one more time.
Sorry, just took a drink.
No, you're good.
All right, so one more. The Men Who Stare at Oats. Oat Snap. Oat No You Didn't. And Oats McGoat's Oatmeal Stout.
Oat No You Didn't. I think it's
No,
fake.
You Didn't?
Yeah.
That is real.
Dang.
Yeah. Sorry.
Ugh.
So The Men Who Stare at Oats was Killannon. K-L-A-N-N-A-N. Killannon?
No clue.
Killannon Brewery. Oat Snap was the fake one.
I knew it was one of those two.
Yeah. Oat No You Didn't was No Clue Craft Brewery. And Oats McGoat's was 3-notched.
Oh, okay. I've had some 3-notch before. Pretty good stuff.
I have no clue who that was.
You're catching back up to me.
Yeah, the first few. I mean, you hammered.
I did. It was, I burned bright out of the gates, and then it's just my stars fading quickly now.
Yeah. All right, round number 8 is called Media 2.
All right.
At some point in time, I did another media round. Not multimedia-ish, but at some point in time, there was another round at one of the other, Beer Me Bros. Which, by the way, Beer Me Bro 5 is called Beer Me Bro 5, Brutal Battle for the Planet of the Ales.
I like it.
Okay, yeah.
Always good names for these.
Yeah.
Always.
I try. All right, so round number 8, Media 2. Number 1 is Battlestar Galactic Hops. Number 2 is Wild Wild Weiss. Number 3 is Beam Me Up Stouty. And number 4 is Stunt Cock. I don't know if you've ever seen Orgasmo.
Yes. Oh, I love Orgasmo.
That's so funny.
That's amazing. And I know that's a real beer. I believe that's by RAR Brewing. out of Maryland.
Yeah, you got that one. Stuntcock is from RAR.
Yep.
Which makes me laugh that they even called it that.
Well,
somebody's an Orgasmo fan.
The picture on their can is a rooster wearing a helmet. So that's how they got away with that.
Yeah.
Okay, go over them all again.
Okay, so number 1, Battlestar Galactic Hops. Number 2, Wild Wild Weiss. And number 3 was Beam Me Up Stouty. I won't do Stuntcock again.
I gotta say the Battlestar Galactic Hops one is fake.
That is correct.
All right.
You got it.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
A little Orgasmo trivia. If you look on the back of Eric Cartman's door in the South Park TV show, they have a picture of the Orgasmo on the back.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I never noticed that.
You can see the Orgasmorator on the arm and the Orgasmo thing on his chest.
I love it.
What's pretty funny.
What's the Orgasmo mobile? Is it Buick Century? Is that what they call it? Yes. Okay. It's like, see our Orgasmo mobile. Yeah. My Buick Century.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
People, if you haven't seen Orgasmo, you must.
It's really
hilarious.
Good. Yeah. The my favorite part of Orgasmo though is that the weird guy. It's Matt Stone. Like the first time he comes in, he's like, "Dude, I think you did a really nice job today." Second time, he's like, "Dude, I think you really
it just gets worse and worse.
By the last time, he's like, "Hey, guy, I think you got a really great ass," and like just gives him this weird face.
Kind of want to make love with you tonight.
Yes. Hey, could want to make love.
So it's funny because at my office where I work, I actually there's a guy I work with who has seen that movie before. So I'll just reference it to him here and there, just in a covert way. Like at the end of the day, I'll just like poke my head into his office and be like, "You did a really good job in there today, man."
It's actually a really good Matt Stone impression. I'm kind of impressed by that.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the last category for this episode.
Right. And round number 9 is Girl Scouts.
Okay.
So they're all Girl Scout cookie themed beers.
Alas, as it would have it, I have no. And then she unzipped her jumper stories.
Dang.
You get that reference?
I do not.
Chasing Amy.
Oh man, it's been years since I've seen Chasing Amy.
Banky says it.
Yeah, Banky Edwards. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go back and watch
another great movie, people.
Yeah, Kevin Smith. He's pretty awesome. All right, so number 9. Number 1 is Gimme Samoa That. Number 2, Tag Along Blonde. Number 3 is Thin Mint Oil of Aphrodite, and number 4 is Tea-Foil Golden Ale.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I didn't give the breweries for the last one.
Oh, go ahead and do that.
So Wild Wild Weiss was Hop Farm. Beam Me Up Stouty is Saugatuck. And then Stuntcock was RAR. All right, so Gimme Samoa That, Tag Along Blonde, Thin Mint Oil of Aphrodite, and Tea-Foil Golden Ale.
So I know the first one I think is the Southern Tier beer, the Samoa one.
If it is, that's not who I got it from. I got it from Rushing Duck.
Okay. I think
they do a Thin Mint.
No, they also just put out a Samoa one.
Oh, really? Okay.
Which, if it's not that exact name, it's very close.
Okay.
Very, very close.
There's a lot of breweries that have the same names.
Similar stuff.
Which is cool. I'm glad they share names. Because remember years ago when people were having fits about it.
Well,
what was it? Sweetwater.
They'll still do that, though, if they enter the same market as them.
Okay.
Like, at the moment, I know, like, Transient Ales in Chicago, they have a beer called the Juice is Loose. And Independent Brewing in Bel Air, Maryland, also has one called the Juice is Loose.
Yeah.
But if they get into the same market, I'm sure they would have a problem. They'd either send a cease and desist to each other, talk about it or whatever, work it out. But
yeah, either way, it seems like it's fairly civil.
Yeah,
because what was it? The Sweetwater's 420.
I don't remember what beer was the issue with them. Yeah. I do remember Duclaw and Left Hand Brewing having problems. Because they both had beers named Sawtooth and Blackjack.
Oh, okay.
So they were having litigation issues.
Okay.
When that was when Left Hand entered the Maryland market for distribution.
Okay.
So
gotcha. Okay. Right, you need them one more time?
No, I think the Tea-Foil or Trefoil one.
Okay.
I think that's what I'm going to pick.
Tea-Foil Golden Ale.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Oh, thank goodness,
dude! You crushed it.
Rebound
this round.
So I'm up 6-3. 6-3.
Wow, dude, that's amazing.
I gotta be honest, I wasn't feeling good about myself going into today. Knowing we were gonna record this, I was like, I just know I'm gonna lose. I always lose at this game. It just gets worse over the years.
Well, for this episode, you won, sir. I feel like I should present you with a trophy or something.
No.
I need something to give you.
Well, I've had enough drinks of this Hoarders Cuvée, so that's enough in itself.
And I mean, as many drinks as we've had, we're just down below the neck. There's still a lot in that bottle.
Just doing a little bit more than splashes.
Yeah.
Because the ladies need to try this later.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it's pretty legit.
All right, so that's part 1. Part 2 will be the next episode, which who knows what's going to happen. I do have a good lead at 6-3, but anything can happen.
Well, there's 3 more rounds of brewery specific.
Oh, thank goodness.
But the one brewery is a home brewery.
Oh,
they did such a good job. I'll shout them out in the next episode, but I was pretty impressed with their names.
Okay.
Made me laugh.
Nice.
And then there's also, we'll leave it for the next episode. Okay. Just know that I got another nice little twist up my sleeve for the next one.
Well, then tune in next week, people, for the exciting conclusion of Beer Man.
Dun, dun, dun.
And with that, we are doing mystery beers.
Yeah. Okay, I'm assuming number 1's on the left. It's the lighter golden colored one.
I always do Apple beer juicy. Tasting the way I read.
Or left to right?
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense.
I don't know people who read right to left, but, there could be some out there.
All right, so it looks like apple juice. Like a clear apple juice.
It's very, very yellow.
Yeah, golden.
Yeah, it definitely, good way to put it, looks like apple juice.
Smell it. It's a Pilsner.
Oh, yeah.
It smells like a Pilsner.
Crazy Pilsner-y.
Yeah. You get that Pilsner malt and that kind of bitter hop.
Yeah. There's a nice bitterness on the end. It smells so clean, so refreshing.
Yeah.
There's a nice honey note on there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Slight bit of hay, but not too much.
I wouldn't say hay with this. Hay makes me think of grass, because that's kind of what hay is.
Okay, got it.
But I would say that there's a...
Alfalfa?
That's part of hay, man. Come on.
The problem is, agriculture very well, so...
Yeah. But there is a floral note to it. Mm-hmm. But it's very common of a lot of Pilsners. I'm pretty excited for this one.
This reminds me of a Pilsner I've really been enjoying lately, which is the Skipjack Pilsner by Union Brewing.
Yep.
That's an awesome Pilsner.
Yeah.
Kind of smells a bit like that, but...
Yeah. So Pilsners are either hit or miss for me. Go ahead and take a drink. They're hit or miss for me. If it's a regular Pilsner, I'm usually okay with it. But Czech Pilsners, oh man, I have problems with Czech Pilsners. Because the more you drink Czech Pilsners, the more bitter they get.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
I can see that.
And I like a bitter beer.
So German style Pils, you're good.
Oh, they're wonderful.
No, that's Skipjack. Skipjack's like a German style. Yeah. Have you ever had that beer? I should try to get it to you if you haven't.
I say I'm not sure if I've had it or not, but if I have, I probably enjoyed it. Because like you say, it's a good summer drink a lot of times.
So, I don't think this beer, after tasting it, is Skipjack, because Skipjack is a little more substantial in the mouthfeel and has a bit more flavor to it. Mm. Not that this doesn't have flavor. This has flavor. Yeah. And it's pretty solid.
Yeah, it's a little more on the bitter end of the Pilsners. Mm-hmm. Well, assuming it's a Pilsner. I've been very wrong before.
You definitely get that. Definitely get that honey, a little bit of bitterness on the end. Yeah, you definitely taste that Pilsner malt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do get you get that bitter, that floral. Mm. Yeah, it's not a bad Pilsner.
Relatively crisp. It's good. I mean, I think that's a good Pilsner right there. It is a good Pilsner. It's not amazing. Like I was saying, Skipjack. I like Skipjack a lot more than this Pilsner, but that's pretty nice. I'm down with it.
It's not a bad Pils at all.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, the one that I was referring to was Pilsner Urquell.
Okay.
Oh my god, and maybe I'd like it better now. Mm. But when I first started drinking, one of my buddies was like, "Oh, here, have this," and I drank, and I'm like, "Oh, it's not bad." And then by the end of the bottle, I'm choking it down.
Yeah. Just now that it's warm, it's totally disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had Pilsner Urquell. I don't think I've ever had it, which is weird.
Try it, but you're not
should. I should.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, let's go to B.
Right, this one's a lot more hazy.
Yeah, orange. Very, very orange. Cannot see through it at all.
Orange brown? Orange red?
Yeah, a little bit of brownish. Whoa! Oh, man.
Orange.
Whoa! That smell is so crazy juicy.
Yeah.
It smells like...
Maybe a big New England IPA?
It smells like...
There's got to be a lot of hops.
A lot of fruit to this.
Yeah. A lot of hops,
smells like...
a lot of fruit. I'm getting citrus.
Peach and apricot mixed together is what it smells like. No, peach and nectarine.
I'd say I'm definitely getting citrus. I would agree with the...
Peach and nectarine.
Well, nectarine's not a... I would say like peach and orange.
I get the orange, but I feel like there's something distinctly nectarine in there to me.
I'm getting a little pine out of that too.
Sure. Mango maybe in there as well.
Stone fruits. Lots of stone fruits.
The stone fruit. It smells a little sweet, but a lot of times when I say that the beer smells sweet, it's kind of in a bad way.
This one's not.
This smells sweet in a good way because there's so much fruit involved with it as well.
And like I said, there's a little bit of pine there. It's not all fruit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But you can smell the hops, man.
Yeah. I don't really smell much. I don't smell much bitterness, but this smells amazing, really. Whoa.
Tastes a lot different.
Yeah, the flavor is nothing. Well, I don't say nothing, but the flavor
is a lot more pine, a lot more bitter than what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm. There's fruit to it, but not a ton, really. There's more bitterness than I was getting on the nose.
I'm getting it's more resiny on the flavor.
I agree with that.
Like, and I don't know how to really describe resiny other than like licking a pine tree.
Sure.
Like the sap, like, I don't know.
It also has more of a mouthfeel than I thought it was going to. It's a little more viscous.
Yeah.
It kind of comes off to me as Imperial IPA. I don't really perceive a ton of alcohol necessarily. I'm thinking maybe
it's got
7.5.
It's got legs, man. Quite a bit.
I think 7.5, 8.
Yeah.
But I
kind of enjoyed this.
It is good. So there was silence after we initially sipped it because there's a lot of confusion.
Yeah, between
the smell being so like juicy and fruity, and then the flavors. To be honest, a letdown after that smell. But once you keep tasting it, you're like, oh well, it's different, but this is good.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a letdown. It was more of a shock to the system.
Yeah, for me, it was a bit of a letdown.
It's kind of. All right, here's what it is. It's kind of like when you're ready to get into a swimming pool. You dip your toe in. The sun's been beating on that solar cover all day long. The top like 6 inches of water are like 80 degrees, and then you jump in and the bottom's still like 70.
Sure.
So like you're expecting this nice warm pool, and then you jump in and it's like freezing on the bottom. Yeah. So that it's a shock to the system. It's not bad. It's just that it wasn't what we were expecting.
This beer's really easy.
Yeah.
It goes down very easy, but it's flavorful at the same time.
Yeah. The finish is fairly clean. A little bitter on the finish.
Yeah.
But pretty good.
I'm digging it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I enjoy both these beers, actually.
Yeah, me too. I'm down. I'm definitely down with this.
How's the Pilsner taste after you went from the...
Even cleaner and more refreshing after having Beer B, honestly. You taste less bitterness in it.
Yeah.
Which makes it more like a clean snap to it.
Yeah. It smelled sweeter when I smelled it the second time, too.
Yeah. That's... okay.
These are both good beers.
Okay. I think I know what I want to do with these numbers. Yeah. You want me to go first or you?
Doesn't matter. You go first, because I'm still teetering on number 2.
So I think for I want to give it a 4.
Okay.
I like it. That's nice.
Yeah.
I would definitely drink it again. That's good. And for B, I'm going to give it a 5, man.
Wow.
That's at first when I tasted it, like I said, I was a little let down, so I was kind of down on it in my mind, but I just kept sipping through it, and I'm like, this is nice.
Yeah.
I like it quite a bit.
Yeah. My initial impression for the Pilsner was a 3. So that's what I'm going to stick with, even though it's a good beer.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm still going to go 3 on it, just because, there's nothing...
It's nothing bad, but nothing outstanding.
Right. There's not that pop that I was kind of looking for. And number 2, I was thinking 5 as well.
Sure, man.
Because even though the smell and the taste are completely different, it's not necessarily a bad thing for this.
Beer B, the clear winner with an overall 5, and Beer A doing pretty well with a 3.5.
Yeah, both those beers are good.
So the mystery beers are closer to you. You can go ahead and do the honors. Do Beer A first.
Never done this before.
Beer A, 3.5.
Beer A is in a bottle.
Yeah. Pop that sucker out of there.
Oh, what is it? Furstenberg Black Forest Pils. So we hit the Pilsner right on the head.
I know nothing about this.
I've never heard of it at
Oh,
all.
it's an import.
I say Black Forest makes me think Germany.
Crisp and refreshing pills. Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Umlaut.
It is from, I don't know if I can say this name. From Donaueschingen, Germany. You give it a shot.
Oh, good Lord.
Donaueschingen, Germany? It's from Germany.
Yeah, that's probably pretty close.
Well, that's probably why you're fine with this, or good with this Pilsner, because it is a German Pilsner.
Isn't there a Danube or something like that in Germany?
I think so, yes.
I wonder if it's near there.
Yeah. Who knows?
Because, I mean, it's Danube. I don't know.
That's a good Pils, man.
Yeah, I do enjoy German Pils, which is probably why this one wasn't too bad.
And that being from the source, Germany.
1283.
It's kind of funny that I prefer the German Pilsner from Maryland to the German Pilsner from Germany. But this is quite good. I do like this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this is nice. I would drink either one of these again.
Wow.
Cool. All right. So
B, the winner with overall 5.
B is an A. Ooh, jeez.
Yeah, it's a can. 16-ouncer.
Yep, 16-ounce can. And it is Key Brewing, Wise and Gray. New England IPA. We hit that one too.
They are out of Dundalk, Maryland.
I've never even heard of them.
What's the ABV on that?
The ABV is 7.2.
I think I said 7.5. So I'm not too far off.
It is an IPA triple dry hopped with Simcoe, Azeka, El Dorado, and Hall Melon. Huh. That would explain the kind of fruity smell.
Yeah.
Because Hall Melon, I normally get more of a melon out of Hall Melon, but
I'll tell you, that smell is amazing.
Yeah, the smell
on that beer.
Wonderful.
Amazing. And that's a nice, easy beer.
I mean, it even smells that out of the can. It smells so good out of the can, too.
Oh, yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
Wow,
that's a really good beer.
I have respect for Key Brewing. I've had a few of their beers, and they do good stuff. But this, by far, is the best Key Brewing beer I've had.
Yeah.
That's really outstanding.
Yeah.
They did a really good job.
That's a really nice beer.
Well, these are good beers. I'm happy about this.
For sure.
All right, well, we'll continue to sip on these while we get ready for the next episode. And everyone stay tuned for the exciting conclusion of Beer Me Bro 5.
And always remember to keep it
brutal.
This has been a Nerd Circle podcast production.